Hey guys, just a quick precursor to this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, we filmed 2 in one night and we turned the cameras off in between the shoots. When we turned them back on, we forgot to focus the main SLR. So, yeah, it's a little bit out of focus for just this episode. It's not too distracting though, so fingers crossed you enjoyed the episode anyway. I did. So, yeah, let's get on.
How's it going, guys? Today's video is sponsored by Volvo. If your pussy smells, give him a pat. I'll fuck that up tonight.
No, it's fine.
No,
Well, I mean, I've obviously been the one who's been dealing with Volvo like through all the sponsorships because I'm the one who runs the channel. But like, I mean, they're pretty down to earth guys. Like,
Yeah.
they sent me a hamper. I don't know if you know.
No,
They
you haven't spoken about this before.
Never told that.
They sent me a hamper. They sent me a hamper for the missus, and it did well. And I weirdly gave the rest to my mother. So yeah.
Oh wow,
Nice. I'll have to get one.
We're all on the cups of tea now this week because
it has been a week.
it has been a week. I mean, he's wearing a coat, so it's obviously time has passed.
Yeah.
So welcome back to the chat that's big and fat. Everybody really enjoyed the last one, most definitely.
And dear Jim.
And dear Jim, because
Yeah.
dear Jim was.
Dear Jim was yeah.
And apparently, I've got the summary back from our sponsors, and Nathan's Nips. The sales have gone up like 11% because of our last podcast. So thanks very much for the support, guys. I'm glad you used Nathan's Nips code at checkout on nathansnips.com. Every little helps, guys. So like the more traffic that goes through that website, nathansnips.com.
Yeah. Also, if you don't know what we're talking about, I'll roll a little clip of Nathan's nips from last time.
Do it in black and white as well.
Slow motion was like.
End year or some shit.
Who can say? So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, the video went off without a hitch as well.
Yeah.
And we did explain that the mics are different, so the audio is going to be a little bit different, and the acoustics in this room are absolute arse garbage. So yeah, welcome back. And just off air there now, because we haven't already started this podcast once and had to restart it, most definitely, in a podcast where I was saying that we never do that, because I did say that.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
No, you
And
didn't
then-
say that.
I would have said that if what I'm saying happened, but it didn't, so it's fine. We started again, but didn't, like in a hypothetical world, we've started this podcast again because
Yeah.
I fucking...
I mean, this is all convoluted because, like, if you think about it, this is going to be next week, but we recorded last week's the same day.
This week.
So we've recorded this week's twice. And we also recorded last week's
Once.
but on the same day.
Josh, you are shattering the illusion.
Whoa.
Yeah, everybody believed us up until this point. I'm going to turn the keyboard off so I can't fucking turn it off
Just in
again.
case, yeah.
Just in case. Because, yeah, so basically my fat fucking obese finger hit the space bar and stopped the recording, so we had to start again. So, yeah. But we were talking about the first ever podcast that I did, and it's not as the big fat, it wasn't as a big fat chat, it was the Angry Welshman. And it was me and Eli and I, when it was me, you and James, but James had gone off to the army, I think, at that point. He's not dead, but he might as well be dead. He's about as flaky as fucking Di is as well. I mean, I might as well get my Di rant
You may as well.
out of the
Might
way
as
now.
well, yeah.
Di never shows up. Fucking James has said that he's going to come back. Well, he said he was going to pop here a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or
same
two
person.
ago. They could be. They're both disappeared. You right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
He's not asleep.
I was looking at the time for a second.
You gotta be home.
Is that
Why
the
not?
actual time?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like 11 a few minutes ago in my head, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, when we looked, it was like
Last week.
11:30. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a different day, mate.
Yeah. I mean,
So fucking stupid, though.
yeah,
We've
sorry.
had toast tea.
Yeah, we had
Fucking
this lovely skit where I was like already making tea when we started. It's all gone now. I fucking finished it, like so. But yeah, we did this podcast, and I think it'd be quite cool to kind of re-bring it back one time.
Yeah.
If we all listen to it again and get what the vibe was, do like a vintage Angry Welshman. If you've still got that fucking theme too, mate.
I have actually, yeah.
Check it out in the beginning.
I've even got the project file for it, so I can like, fucking
Edit.
remix it and shit.
Stick it like some epic orchestra shit. I tell you what I do want though, if I could get an intro song for Big Fat Chat, I'd love that.
Okay.
And I want it in the style of like, do you know like Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like those like stringy, like fucking...
oh yeah, what from the?
As in the Guy Ritchie... The Guy Ritchie... Yeah, like,
like
pretty well. I don't even need it now.
mandolin or
We
some
c-
shit.
Don't we just record it now?
you do it again now.
Bing, 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 bing,
you edit that into a song, and then we got it.
I'll use that exact clip.
I feel like it's about time now. I think I've been running for like 4 months now. I feel like it's about time that I've got a proper intro.
Yeah.
I was going to use, because I had Noah saying welcome to the big fat chat. I had that on one of them.
Yeah.
But that never got used again. So.
It's right,
Ruins
we're
the
sorted.
tone.
We're sorted for this one. We just use the Vulva sponsor message thing.
Yeah, maybe like when you're home, record like an actual Vulva sponsorship, and we'll drop
a little jingle.
Yeah, because it is a real sponsorship.
Yeah.
It's not made up.
No.
So we're sponsored now by Vulva, Nathan's Nips, and Spritz and Funkin' Air Freshener. So that's that. Like we'll have a sponsored spot for that at the end. I reckon Nathan's going to take that one.
Oh, I'm gonna have to remember that now.
Spritz and Funkin'. You should remember it. They're our sponsors. You're wearing it right
I
now.
will.
Just as we sat down, spritzing. Fuck, that's some funky spritzing. Do you know that? Like that spritzing funky, right? It's stuck with me forever. But it's actually from like Sims 2. It's the name of a car in Sims 2,
Oh,
and then, like
shit.
it's stuck with me. The spritzing funkin'.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking oblong convertible. From when like 4 polygons was a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish my tea. Hold on.
All right.
You can keep on talking.
No, I wish I had another one, to be honest.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, Nate, do you fancy making me another coffee?
You didn't say much.
I feel like
That is true, yeah.
when it's actually next week, and if we're doing this again, we should have like an extra person.
That is true, yeah, I'll go.
Are you going, you?
I'll actually go make tea now.
Go on,
because
Maybe get a pot.
I'm not,
Oh shit! Get a pot.
that's a
Yeah.
good idea. I'm not contributing at the moment, I don't know why. Maybe another tea is good.
I feel like
what's it
he
compared
thought.
now, isn't
I
it?
feel like he thought his performance was going to be better.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll ease you in. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to. We haven't eased you in. We fucking ruin you. But and the thing is, when I recorded this first podcast, I said I wrote a text out to Eve to say that I was going to be late recording a podcast, and I didn't send it. So after we had recorded for an hour, I picked up my phone to see if she had texted
Have
me,
you sent it?
and then I hadn't sent it. I've sent it now.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Gravy and Thomas Davis has liked our post.
Oh, nice.
Because I just uploaded now. I mean, last week I uploaded a picture of Instagram
Yeah.
to Instagram of like the setup. Oh wow!
Who's on the latte?
Who's someone's on the coffee machine?
Jesus Christ.
Where are they recorded? I don't know. It's definitely a restaurant of some sort.
Someone's trying to plug a
Are they in
sponsor over
fucking
there,
Costa?
Yeah.
Fucking hell! That is so loud.
Oh, that's proper loud, yeah.
I don't. It might not be as loud on the thing, but yeah.
Hey, so you know this first podcast that you're on about, was that the one that I was invited to but I never showed up to?
Yes, we said
It was.
because we
I
started calling you
flaked.
one ball. Yeah,
I
yeah.
flaked as well, didn't
You
I?
died.
Oh my god.
You did a die.
Did die.
Actual true story. What the fuck? Did you
Yeah.
ever listen to it?
Yeah, I did, because you were saying on the
You did-
actual
you did a
podcast,
die,
you're like,
you
Josh was meant
can't.
to be here, but he didn't come. Like, so
Yes.
It's like, oh, fuck.
So, like as I said in the bit before we fucked up, I'll see if I can remember to link the original podcast. It's called the AWM podcast, episode 1, and I'll see if I can link it to the. It's on the Cup of Joe channel now.
That was
So
fucking years ago, though. That was like, what,
6,
5?
7 years.
Yeah.
2012, 10.
It's when Minecraft was popular as fuck. wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I started the
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Yeah. But yeah, so we were still doing Minecraft videos. So you're talking early fucking doors of Angry Welshman, 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were meant to come down, and you didn't.
Yeah.
And it would have been great fun. And I think
Yeah,
I
I do
remember mocking you for having one testicle.
It's fine, I was used to it by then anyway. Fucking Captain Marvel.
So yeah, that would have been good. But it was still good. I reckon it was. You could tell that we didn't have a fucking clem what we were doing, but at the same time, it was still entertaining.
Yeah.
I think
It
so.
was just off the cuff as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you kept on
hilarious.
you kept on moving the mic and banging it.
Yeah, I remember.
I only had
Oh,
one.
shit.
I only had one mic stand, so I had my mic on a mic stand, and he had like just a stick with a microphone. I was like, "Don't fucking move our microphone." You just have to hold it like a. And that was funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that podcast was fucking. That podcast was good. It was. We tried to make it like a radio show
Yeah.
with like
I
games.
think
It
it
was.
went well as
We
well.
were like Greg James before his time. Like
Okay, yeah.
you should
Whoa.
listen to it. It's great. So I'll link that. So basically, today and last week, we'd have released 1, 2, and then I'll give them another freebie. They can't chops about that.
Well, we got sponsors, like, so
I've been
fucking
yeah. So
freebies for days.
yeah. So I'm giving them the AWM podcast for free. I've given them two beefy podcasts. I can't complain now, can I?
Maybe
And
give
Dear
him-
Jim, we got some Dear Jim as well, finally.
Dear Jim, finally, hopefully,
Hopefully,
maybe.
yeah.
If we give him.
Speak up.
I don't want to say 'cause he's over
All right, we're talking about Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe give him like a little another glimpse of the nip or something.
Again.
He's just
Yeah,
you just use him as an object, don't you?
What I'll do, I'll cut his face out the whole podcast and just replace it with his nipple.
Next week he's got a fucking green hood on. Why have I got a chroma key hood on? No reason, mate. Just gonna do a 3D model nipple on your fucking head, like.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into some serious fucking CGI shit. Like, the turnaround of episodes is gonna be about 3 weeks because you have to digitally track a fucking nipple onto his fucking where his head would be. Like.
Just
There's the
draw
tea
a
lady.
fucking dot on his head.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, is there sweeteners in here, mate? Oh, you fucking
Nice.
ledge. Right. Actually been fucking useful tonight.
It's turned into a fucking cooking show, but with tea.
Boys,
Can ya?
I'm not gonna lie, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I fucking love cooking shows.
Yeah.
That's another thing we're gonna be doing soon.
Mm.
So me and Josh, well, I'm trying to.
talk about food.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes past midnight and we haven't eaten. Well, all I've eaten all day is fucking 12 chicken wings. That's all I've eaten all day. I'm fucking starving.
Oh, and you brought a pot over as well.
Oh,
mate. Mate. I've figured out the fucking name of this fucking version of the podcast now. It's called Tea Time with the Boys. Tea Time with the Boys.
Nice.
Oh, do you want to borrow mine?
Mate, we got the spoons for days, beer.
There we are.
Happy days. Got a
Show me
little-
nip.
I'm glad people have got something to watch while we're doing this because we're not saying much.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
there it
me,
is.
man.
Right.
There's too much expensive shit for me to be fucking pushing all this wank around. Hold on.
What have you done?
Fucking spilled fucking an orange beverage. Orange carbonated beverage around.
Oh, it's on edge around these liquids.
Yeah, you'll have to blur out the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by them. I'll put Vulva logo on instead.
I'll turn it like that. You just
Yeah.
turn it into some sort of vulva looking, or his nipple, either way.
Yeah, I'll just put
We're
his
not
nipple
sponsored
on
by
there.
generic
But we're really
soda.
thankful for all these non-made up sponsors. I mean, it's helped us like traverse the world of podcasts, the oversaturated world of podcasts.
We won't be here today if you were for them.
I wouldn't be here. Like, I mean, the hard graft is finally paying off. Vulva, Keith down at Vulva, he's a good guy. Like, I mean, the hampers. Did you guys get hampers?
I didn't know.
No.
No,
Guy Lucarum said he was going to give me a hand.
I'll speak to Keith. I'll say, right, get the boys. Like, Nathan needs it because his fucking boyfriend's vulva stinks. But yeah. Somebody sponsor us for real, like someone.
Get a real fucking
You're right, mate.
sponsor, please.
I mean, obviously, Vulva and fucking Nathan's Nips and Spritz and Funkin' are legit. Like, obviously, we're not
Yeah.
making them up.
No.
But like, I'll take a fourth or a fifth one as
Can
well.
you see the t-shirt I'm wearing? Spritz and Funk.
Like, I know,
Yeah, man.
like Shafe's podcast is sponsored by Rode, and like the fucking shit that he's got is absurd.
What, he gets like actual Rode microphones and shit. What the fuck?
He's got seven podcaster microphones.
Hey, I've got one, and that's the cheapest one you can get.
Google a fucking podcaster mic. He's got 7 of them, and they just sent him like a fucking mixer that's got like fucking touch pads on it, and it's got a voice changer and auto tune fucking built in. And I was like, mate, I need that. But they've been sponsoring him since day one. I think they've been sponsoring him since I've known him, so like years. That's fucking hell of a sponsor. Apparently they're proper good to him. Like,
Yeah.
they send him like bags and fucking, do you know the frat jackets?
Yeah.
I think Elro was wearing one. It's fucking cool as fuck. Like, I'd
So-
love a sponsor, guys. Just nobody watches.
So did they sort of like sponsor him to not review the products, it's to use them?
No. Yeah, so he's been using Rode. If you watch any of his videos where he's face camming, they're like he's got a Rode pop filter, he's got a Rode mic, he's got it in his fucking.
Because as a
Facility.
sponsor, he's got to actually show it, hasn't he, in the
Yeah.
video?
It depends what the contract would be, but like it just seems like he's like if anyone asks him, he says he's got Rode mics, and like he actually does swear by them. It's like so
Yeah.
they're decent, they're not shit. Like, do you know what I
Well,
mean?
no, Rode are good.
Rode are
company,
good, yeah. It's a hell of a company. Like considering he had when he had like 2,000 subs, which isn't a lot these days. Like Rode picked him up, so like I think it's fucking class. So yeah, Rode.
Yeah.
I mean, Scarlett, if you want to fucking like, I'm actually fully kitted with Scarlett. I got headphones, got 2 mics, I got fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Here you go, fucking Niwa, fucking Chinese company.
yeah,
Sponsor
well, yeah,
us, come on.
fucking yeah. I don't really want a full podcast of them because they sound tinny as fuck. But
Yeah.
like, I'd rather the quality of these. I like. You can buy the kits now, the solo, the the Focusrite Scarlett Solo kits like this, but the smaller version, the less version, and I reckon they are well worth the money. I would never like. This is one of the best audio interfaces I've ever had. These are really, really good mics when you set them up properly.
Yeah.
Just for the price, if anyone's actually thinking of starting a podcast, because like pretty much everyone and their fucking grand does a podcast these days now, I'd say Focusrite. Sponsor me.
I said it though.
Sponsor me, man. I've got an audience of like 90. Well, I'm probably gonna have one more sub after last week. So like, I got a fucking 94 subs, boys.
Yeah.
And I got another channel that's got 490 odd, which there's no videos on.
Sad times.
Oh, there's one. It's how to make a GPU backplate, which is shit. Again, that was another one I was going to do. Like, right, I'm going to start modding PCs and I'm going to show people how to do it. And then I did one video. I realized how much head work it was to just film that one video shittily with bad audio, and I was like, not doing that again.
you were going to do that thing as well, that tech review thing, didn't you? Like,
yeah, that got expensive as fuck. I was just like, how the fuck am I going to... I wanted to start a tech review company, YouTube channel, but I had no money to buy tech.
So you'd get like
Got the name.
buy something. So you get like a free product from your sponsor and be like, "This
Yeah,
is
but-
shit," and you sell out straight away. Like, "This is the best fucking."
I don't think I'd sell out. I'd like to have thought that if that ever picked up, which it was never going to because it's an saturated market again, I think the PC modding could have taken off if I stuck some time into that. Because I like the way I went around it was trying to make it like as cheap as possible for people.
Yeah.
It wasn't like buy this fucking £900 fucking thing. I taught people how to do it with like hand tools. And I thought that would have been good, but like I'm exactly the same with everything. Like this is the longest I've stuck to anything in ages.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah. I think it's at least 4 months. And I said I would do it for 2 years, and I've missed 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
One was because of die, and then the other one was Christmas and my birthday. So it was like
That's fair enough.
I warned him. I was like, look, I'm not going to miss any things, but like Christmas and my birthday, I'm just going to spend time with my family, soz. But yeah, every other week I've done a podcast of some sort. Some of them have been rushed as fuck, like admittedly. And last week's, it wouldn't be last week's though, would it? It would be
Last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I did one with Noah again, which was a flat out cop out because I had nothing else to do. So I was just like, I'd do it with Noah. People seem to like it because he's a fucking little cunt, but like,
Yeah.
I know, like literally it was like 17, 18 minutes of him calling me a dweeb.
Mate.
If nobody's listened to it, I called him a dweeb, and then for literally the rest of the podcast, he was just calling me a fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
Schmuck.
That's what
Just
he was.
owning you.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to him. I was trying to get something out of him. The thing is, when you talk to him without the mic in front of him, again, he's like, fucking rolls it off. Like I had like a fucking conversations with him about funny shit all the time. As soon as the mic's in front of him, he's just got. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck up,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you little prick. And or he's like hanging on fucking something expensive or like kicking my monitor. I was like, what are you fucking doing? Like, oh, the chair I've got is like a fucking swivel. So he stands up on that and he nearly falls off and he's like, pulls his headphones off, can't get them back on. And I'm like, mate, like I'm trying to be professional. This is a professional organisation.
Can't you see
Play
my
the game.
stuff?
Have you won the lottery
Sponsors
now?
Ooh,
This would be good.
mate.
This would be good. Let me borrow some if you
This
win
will be
the
the
lottery.
first like live murder you'll do now. Just like you just look at my face the second I smile, you're like,
Nathan's nipples could actually sponsor something, you know.
oh mate.
Mate, yeah, sponsor us.
Yeah.
Mate,
Come
I
on,
would
mate.
pimp this whole thing out. You'd have like your own little like studio.
Nice, thanks, mate.
No, thanks, Nathan.
You've all heard this now.
Yeah. I'm gonna
What
work
you
out
got to do? You got to scan the ticket, tell you if
scan
it
the
wins.
Barcode, yeah.
Mate, this could be live.
Oh mate, no, it's not.
Fuck.
That would have been
I
awesome.
really, really thought that was going to happen.
That would have
And
been
me.
so cool.
I thought the million, billion, trillion to one.
The way
was
you
like-
said
was-
you're going to win today.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
you
it was
were
all
actually
going to
gonna
fall into place.
Yeah.
then.
So what do you do? Lucky dip or?
Oh,
Nathan
can't-
never lucky dips.
You didn't even have the fucking.
no, I'm annoyed because someone actually did win.
How much?
153 million.
That's too much money, innit?
Yeah, I know. It'd been awesome if I got it though.
I'd fuck shit up with 150 million.
Well, I'll start a business. I'll start a company, like a media company or something.
This is literally what I would do. I would turn Cup of Joe into an actual company, but it wouldn't be for money.
No.
I would do it just for fun.
Well, I would do it for money because otherwise, how are you going to keep the business afloat? Like,
'Cause you've got
eventually,
Mine
120
really
million.
wouldn't be a business. Like 150 odd million could keep the business open.
Yeah.
Like it would eventually be for money, but what I would do is I would make it just like a place where I could hire all my mates that are useful.
do like personal projects and shit. Is it?
Well, I'd definitely have somebody working. This is what I would do. I'd buy a building and I would set in sections. So I would have the podcast set up as a studio with high quality video like maybe even broadcast cameras that are all controlled through one computer, and
Yeah.
then I'd pay somebody to do that. So like you obviously like the podcast makes no money, so like I would have to just waste money for a couple of years and hope that like the really high quality.
Make a return.
Yeah, so like I would have to hope that. Then I'd have like a recording studio 100%, where like I'd have the best of everything.
Yeah.
And then I'd hire someone that could fuck about in there. And then I'd have something to do with filming. And then I would also have an animation studio, like all in one building. So like if I went into work, I could like just be like, I fancy just making a cartoon today. And then I would just go and I'd be like, get someone who's good at animating. I'd be like, right, let's just make a cartoon. That's what I would do. And I would just hire my friends. So I'd just be like, you go fucking jump in the studio. We'll do
Fucking,
something
yeah.
today. We'll fuck about. Do you know what I mean? And then I'd get Gravy to be my bitch. I'd 100% hire Gravy just to be my bitch.
You'd be happy with that.
I give him more money. I give him more money than he could get anywhere else, and I would just pay him to be my bitch.
Yeah.
And then you said you'd work reception for
I'd
me.
work reception.
Happy days.
That sounds good.
I would do that, like 100%.
Yeah.
I would turn Cup of Joe into like an actual media company, and then when it gets to a point that you have to kind of make money, then
Yeah.
I would like sell the services because
What have you actually done over the last 12 years? Nothing. You're fucked.
literally
Fuck off.
I have just spent money on everybody.
What's your income?
Don't know. I know that I know that I'm paying everyone I know 20 grand a year minimum. Like, do you know what I mean? Just for a laugh. So what's your job, Ben? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
We go into this room every week and he tells us that we're going to make a cartoon. And I just,
That we never do. We just shoot the shit and go home.
yeah, make us see. That's literally like sometimes he asks me to come on the podcast. I don't know, like, but that's what I would do. It would be a company,
Yeah.
I think. But it would basically just be a playground for myself, like, because like I get bored doing one thing, so I'd need. Do you know what I mean? I'd,
Multiple things under
yeah.
one roof.
You'd have the means of that.
Yeah, mine would be the same, but like to get money from
yeah.
it.
So what would you
Very
do
much.
then?
Well, media, like fucking, get clients and do like advertisements for them,
Yeah.
or like jingles or some shit in a studio, or
Jingles.
rent out a fucking
Write me a
studio.
jingle
yeah.
right now for Spritz and Funkin'.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I fucking will.
Do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even joking.
This makes it really awkward.
I can't even remember what it was called. What's it called?
Spritz and Funkin'.
Spritz and
Mate,
Funkin'.
listen to me now.
What is it? Is it
This
aerosol?
This is
you should know about it because it's one of our biggest fucking
Sponsors, yeah.
sponsors.
It's about Nathan's
Well,
wearing it right now.
I
Nathan's wearing
didn't
it.
get nothing from the sponsor, so it's not my sponsor, right?
Mate, you.
Mate, right, you should kick off then, Niv. You should have let him borrow some of yours.
Have you
Spritz
had
and
your
Funkin'.
care package of Spritz?
No.
Fuck, boys, these sponsors
Keep
need to
again.
fucking tie it up, son.
It's fucking you it is.
I
He's
know,
got all our
sorry,
shit.
boys.
like, it's
I'm smelling like a fucking hooker's handbag over here.
Clean
what
van.
is Spritz and Funko as well? Is it a fucking aerosol spray or some
Spritz
shit?
and Funkin'. Yeah, no, so it's an odor eating. So it's not it's a deodorant, as in like you spray it on when you stink.
Okay.
It's a mixture of Febreze and Lynx Africa.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
There are other. No, there's not because we're sponsored by them.
Yeah.
So it's just Spritz and Funkin'.
So it'd be like fucking.
Completely unique formula.
If you smell bad, get Spritz and Funkin'.
Nice.
Oh, you
Yeah.
could do like Spritz and Franken like a strong ass German accent though. So if you feel bad, get Spritz and Franken.
Spritz and Funkin'!
Yeah.
Nice. So what was it?
If you smell bad, get Spritz and Funkin'.
Nice. I'd buy that.
Yeah.
It's a good jingle.
You'd be like, what's his name from fucking 2.5 Men?
Who? I don't even watch that.
Fucking Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did.
Tiger blood.
What do you do?
I was banging 7 gram rocks, man. I'm by winning.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, Charlie Sheen. I
Yeah,
know
no,
you
he's
know
fucked up. Yeah, his head's gone.
Any good AIDS?
Probably.
Is he?
AIDS has got
He
him.
seems like the type of person.
that. AIDS has got him.
That sounds like what the fuck's his name joke. What the fuck? Chuck Norris joke. That sounds
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tea's gone again. Is MOT in there?
Yeah, man, I
Fuck,
got
more
a
tea, Vicar.
pot. You know.
Tea time.
But yeah,
with the
basically,
lads.
I'll just do like fucking, I don't know, just get clients, do shit for clients.
This is the thing, though. What happens if, like, when something turns into a job? This is my worry, right? Is that like I love being creative and like the opportunities that I've been given with my job. Chomo.
Oh, no, for a minute.
Yeah, I suppose when it becomes a job.
When it becomes a job, do you stop enjoying it for what it is? Like, do you know what I mean?
It depends, like.
Fuck
Yeah.
you! You brought milk, you brought tea, but you didn't bring more sweeteners over.
You got about 5 over there. eh?
Yeah, I give you a few. Like.
No, they're fucking empty.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Oh, don't keep some. Hold on, hold the fucking boat.
Yeah, so what would you...
Well, I mean, I
What would
suppose.
you make?
What would I make?
Yeah.
Well, like anything that clients ask for.
Right, sell it to me.
Do you have
Oh,
like?
fucking, I ain't got a business yet. Let me get the
you did win
millions
the
and
lottery,
dress
then.
up well, like, and I'm fucking alright, mate.
You don't have. Can you do anything in like After Effects or anything?
No, I can't do like visual effects or anything like that. I've never
Alright.
dabbled in that.
I got a job then.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm not
I'm
gonna do it
alright.
all. I won't do it all myself. Obviously, I'll get like people, like hire people for it.
There's quite a few people
See,
I
if
know.
I won the
around here.
lottery, I'd make sleep hubs
Sleep.
in city centres. So say like you work in a split shift.
Would you be okay though with going into a bed that like
No,
maybe
that's the thing,
50?
though.
Okay, he's
You book in.
come a
You
bit
go on the
closer.
app. You go on the app. You book in. You'd be like, all right, today I wanna have a nap between the hours of 3 and 4 today before I go back to work. And he'd be like, okay, what's your preference? Sofa, bed, lay on the floor,
Hammock.
whatever, hammock,
Right.
yeah,
Hammock.
stuff like that. Then
Okay.
you suit your nap to what? Well, we suit your nap to what you needed.
So it's like a hostel, but for napping in the
Yeah,
day.
for napping. You could have soothing music, whatever. You could have a night light, whatever. And when you come in at 3 o'clock, you'd be like, oh, Mr. So-and-so, here we are. Take you in. Room 2, please. Hope everything's okay. See you in an hour.
Yeah, but what happens? Like, I'm not that fond of. Well, it's the same as a hotel, actually, isn't it? If you-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically just a hostel, but you go to nap. It's like a hostel, but you're not staying overnight.
No,
You're staying
you-
for like an hour or two.
How
Well,
much do you
say-
charge then? What's the?
Well, if I won the lottery, I'd probably base one in like London first, see how that went. Then
You could probably open a couple in London.
yeah, then go from there. But I've
Next to
been
the
on
Gherkin.
shift and thought to myself, fuck, I'd love a nap now. And you have.
Yeah, but how good do you feel after a nap? You don't.
No,
like,
you don't.
You don't
don't.
feel good. Like if you're
But-
doing a split shift, you don't feel good if you nap in. But like, there's been a couple of times where I fucking piled the stinking whites on the deck to make some sort of tramp mattress.
It all
And
depends
I've-
how we wake up as well, though.
Yeah, if you force it. The thing is, if you do it in a team room, that's not good. Like, yeah, if it's an uninterrupted nap and it's like one of those calm,
Solid,
soothing,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. But I don't know if I'd pay to use it.
but I mean, like, people will only be able to nap for like what, an hour or two.
Well,
That's
the
up
thing
to
is,
them. They
you're
take
wait, I
that.
know you're thinking of people in our types of jobs. Now,
Yeah.
if you're on a 9 to 5, most of them people they don't get an hour
No.
all in one normally. So most 9 to 5s I've ever worked, it's not many, is like a quarter of an hour at like 11.
True.
Then you get a half hour for lunch, and then you get another quarter of an hour, which is just fucking insane. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good idea for like people who are doing business trips and like they just want like somewhere to quickly like pop in, have a nap and some shit. But
There will be a market in London though, because there will be a lot of irregular hours anyway. But, like,
There's a market in London for
Everything,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
actually,
there's a cereal restaurant and it blows my mind.
yeah,
It's a crisp sandwich one in
Yeah. I'm
Bristol,
like, that's
Birmingham?
not.
it's
Right.
insane.
Do
And the
I-
thing is, right, when
I'm
you
right
walk
then.
around London, you see some fucking loony bins, and they like nobody
Yeah.
nobody double takes in London at somebody walking around in a pink
No.
no,
suede suit.
it's
Yeah.
London.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
fucking.
everyone's
It's just
welcome,
actual,
bro.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just actual insanity, isn't it?
Yeah, all that. Oh.
The more central into London you go, the more fucking Alice in Wonderland, Tim Burton's fucking brain.
Yeah, if you saw that up here, you'd be like, what the fuck?
You'd have people stop and fucking take pictures of
Yeah.
you
Yeah, and
here.
Or you get fucking shanked or some shit.
You walk in past like an open front restaurant like that, like literally everybody's like, "What the fuck is that?" Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just like everyone would stop their day to look at you because you look like a fucking crazy cunt. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Like in London, like nobody bats an eye at the weirdest things.
No.
Mm.
Absolute insanity. Like, so yeah, you definitely want if you're gonna go sleep pods, you go London.
Mm.
Because they do it with Google, don't they? They have like sleep pods.
Yeah, Google. Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
make
think.
this more. for
Yeah, are you
consumer.
calling it a pod, but it's actually just
no,
a room?
It's a room basically.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
it is legit a hostel.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
short-
basically
short-
a short stay hostel. Yeah.
hostel.
Okay.
Short stay hostel.
Pay on the app. Come in.
I mean,
Nice.
the market I see mainly is just people who are doing like business trips.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
and
that's-
and
that's
truck,
decent-
truck
decent,
stoppers,
yeah, that's
whatever,
decent,
delivery
like-
drivers.
Does it-
Delivery drivers in London stopping for a nap, or while they're on the taco,
Yeah,
Because-
while they're on.
while they're on the taco meter. or
They'll just fucking sleep in the truck.
Say
won't they?
taxi
That's what they usually
driver, I don't know, taxi driver, fuck an hour break, or hell of a night shift before me. It's half hour on the way home, it's half hour back, fuck that, I'm going to a sleep pod.
do. Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Sounds right.
I don't know. Like, what's the decor? Is it just like stripped back? Have they
yeah,
got?
I
Have they
think
got?
I'm
Have they
just
got
going-
amenities? They have
I'd
toilets.
just go, yeah, you'd have a toilet. It'd be a shared
Well, you have a
commun-
toilet. Communal.
communal
Okay.
toilet, and I think it'd just be one, I don't know, matte colour grey wall.
Are you
magnolia rest,
supplying
and just
them
nice light
with
in.
pajamas.
No, but it is an optional extra. So you'd have a membership.
Okay. So like wherever you are in the world, if you pop into,
Yeah,
you get like
Oh,
air,
that's a
you
good
get like
idea,
air
actually.
miles, but with
Yeah.
sleeping.
I like that.
robe. That's like a couple of quid or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd have your own robe.
But if you were in the if you had like the season pass, it would
Yeah,
just
it
come
definitely
with
works.
any time you stay.
Nice.
Ah, so he's talking about the
Earbuds,
upsell.
the
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
like,
You thought about
Nice.
this quite a lot, didn't you?
yeah.
You could go and extortion it for like a fresh robe that hasn't been used, and people
Well,
would pay
yeah.
for that, instead of like,
Yeah, because that market is a rich market.
yeah.
People pay in to sleep. It's not like
It's not a necessity. Like.
yeah, no. People that pay to sleep have got expendable income. Those are the ones you want to target.
Yeah.
like.
Got to market it as well, just like you wouldn't find poor people.
What about you then? What would you fucking do if you won the
Oh,
lottery?
mate, this is quite bad because even though I play the lottery all the time, like it's becoming a problem.
The thing is, every time you talk about the lottery, you're like super excited
I'm
about it, as if
super
No,
psyched.
I've
as if
never
you're
seen
actually going to win.
Yeah.
This is like literally the first step in stones of becoming addicted to gambling. like.
Yeah, I know. I'm quite addicted now, and I've only ever won like once, and it wasn't like a huge amount. It was just 146 quid, which was nice because, like, you know,
That's probably paid off.
Literally,
everything you
you've
spent,
probably spent 100 quid on that in the last.
I worked it out before, but I can't remember how much it was. But it was like
Don't in the lottery app, don't you have to deposit a tenner?
you have to deposit a tenner, yeah. But
how much
at the
do you
moment,
spend?
because I'm in the shit, I'm buying one ticket at a time in shops. I'm still doing it, and I'm like, I could just not do this, and I'm like, yeah, but that will be the day I
That
win.
will be the day that you.
Yeah.
Don't you do
Nice.
lucky dip anyway though? So it's not
Um,
like your numbers.
I don't do lucky dip. I've chosen my numbers now, even though it makes no sense mathematically.
No, I was going to say no. They say that that's stupid.
Yeah, I still just do my numbers, and then like, even though like changing numbers or whatever doesn't really make a difference, I'm like, if I keep my numbers the same, eventually it'll roll around. But if I keep doing, if my ticket number is random
Wow.
and the number coming out is random, that will somehow like increase the chance or decrease the chance or whatever. But it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make
it's
any
just like
sense at all.
it's like the irrational gambler's mind thing, where you're just like, I feel like I have,
Overthinking it.
yeah, I feel like I've gamed the system, even though I've done nothing.
Yeah, I am going to win one day. If I carry on going, I will win.
What's bad is even though I've like once been playing the lottery since I was 16, my plan hasn't really gone much past like go back to uni and buy a house. And aside from that, I'm just like I'll figure out what to do after that once I've like gone to uni for like a long ass time and figured out like
to do what?
I don't know yet. Learn like in my head it's just learn something clever, something with computers, and then I'll go from there.
I've got
That's
a
bad.
few inventions I would.
Yeah.
I've viewed
Kick
some of your
off.
inventions, but I poked holes in almost all of them.
Yeah, but I
What was that? The fuck? Didn't you have like a dispenser or something on the streets?
Yeah,
what was
I
that?
don't want to say it just in case someone makes money off it, but
They're not going to because I think I poked way many.
Okay.
Go on.
so basically, in a bus station, you come off a bus, you got a bit of a trek to go to work. You're like, fuck, I need an umbrella. So there's an umbrella vending machine there.
They have those in Japan, you know that, right?
They have
Why not?
they have vending machines for everything in Japan.
Yeah.
To be
You
fair.
get vending machine for
Ah,
crabs, live crabs. That's fucking
Yeah,
like
it's
how are
fun.
they still alive?
Used panties.
Yeah.
They
that's-
do.
that's
They actually do,
insane.
yeah.
Do you do it?
No, but
No?
they do have them. Yeah.
Going to
You're on your own next time, mate. You fucking get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm like staying right next to where they are as well.
What do you mean? You like pay and
You pay it and it comes in a capsule, like
Yeah.
used pants from women.
Yeah.
what?
It's like
Well,
it's like a vending machine. Like you
Is there like
Yeah.
is there like a level of stank that you can choose?
I don't think so. I think
Like
it's just a
just
random.
just worn for a day
Yeah.
by a nice clean woman, and then like you got, like,
Marathon.
I think it's just random, like from
so
the.
you
actual-
could get like fucking shit stains on the
Yeah,
jeans.
you
straight.
picked
Could
up
do,
the-
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a man. That's quite musky.
Oh, that don't smell like vulva. What the fuck?
Someone grab me some spits and fucking. Fuck, my eyeballs killing. I forgot that we were being filmed. The last like
Yeah.
minute or so, I've just been rubbing the fuck out of my eye.
Fuck, I need a piss, boys. I'll be right back.
Oh,
fuck.
mate, me
Oh,
too,
no.
actually. That's a
Oh,
lot
God.
Are
of
you
tea.
fucking don't
Um,
fucking you don't all go at the
Oh,
same
no,
time.
no.
yeah? This is amateur as fuck, you mug.
I got another
Go
invention.
on, no, I'm
Ah.
not- Go on.
You've probably said poked holes in this before,
Hold each other's dicks.
but like, get his nipples out. Like
Don't go cutting any glass.
like a giant wet wipe. we spoke about this before.
We did
but,
speak about this. I think I poked holes in that as well.
But like at a festival, I've seen girls like take hundreds of Pampers just like that, grabbing handfuls, wiping them in, wiping their pits, whatever.
But would you, like, again, if you got this big fucking thing, wouldn't you be worried about, like, using the same spot twice?
Yeah, but this is the thing. You either have it colour coordinated or like.
So it's like a what the fuck you call it? Like those duvets that are sewed, like there's little squares for everything. Face,
or like
asshole.
Oh shit! I've been all upside down. No, but
what colour is for my asshole?
where's the key? Where's the key? No, but I'd have like a giant wet wipe, and maybe the parts they've used go like a different colour. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, see, you wouldn't be used on what though?
Anyway, when it touches, I don't know. I don't,
So you need to think of this food now.
Being a bit of a cunt now.
I
Not
don't,
let me
think I'm being
dream.
I don't think I'm being a cunt, but I hope that doesn't stop recording when he's not here.
Oh, no,
like.
his phone's there, so.
But bring his phone over here so I can have a look at it because I want to see this. This is cool. He's got a camera that's like connected to his phone and we can see live what's happening. So let's have a fucking squint. It is recording. It's recording definitely. Oh, he's only just started it again.
What do you mean?
As in he started. I've been covering my face the whole time though. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I think. You think what?
Look like I'm receding on here.
A little bit, yeah. We've got your phone because we were just like wondering what you've been looking at the whole time. I didn't realise it was so wide. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's a 22 mil as well.
Nice. So yeah, I've already poked holes in one of his other
Right,
fucking.
don't say no. I'll pitch to the boys.
Okay, picture to the boys. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit because I'm. Oh wow!
Oh, hello.
Lights gone.
Another invention I had was a giant wet wipe. Okay, so say. What's so funny with that? Right, okay, so you go to a festival.
The use case is good. I like.
You should go to a festival, and I've seen girls take loads of like wet wipes and grab hundreds and clean themselves. Right, so you're at a 2-day festival. Whatever. I was thinking of like a towel-sized wet wipe that comes out in one hit, and then it's all color coordinated. So I don't know, maybe when you touch your, like rub yourself down, maybe it changes to like a dark color or something. Do you think that would work?
Wait, so you know that it's used. Wait, I'm confused. What's the dark colour? What?
So basically, it's a white wet wipe.
Yeah.
So say you don't need the same part twice because you're probably wiping your minge and then your face as well, the same bit. So I know, say after a bit of motion, a bit of friction, it'll go like a different colour.
So you know it's been used.
So you know it's been used on the wet wipe.
On that part. So
On
you could
that
use
part.
a different part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, it's a giant wet wipe. So say I don't know, I grab
Think of a bath towel.
I grab a corner. I
Yeah.
wipe my face with the corner. That corner goes like like a little grey colour. So I know, oh fuck, I've obviously wiped something with that part. So I
Okay.
go to a white part of this giant size wet wipe. Get it?
okay.
Do you think that will work?
I feel
I
like
mean, yeah, I feel like you just get a different wet wipe out.
No, I know that, but
if this
how mu-
product existed, I
what,
mean,
you think it exists?
no. Like, if it actually existed, I was thinking about like how it would be made and how it would work, because there'd be like a lot of moisture on there, and like how would you like put, when you put it in like its packaging or whatever, because it's so big, wouldn't like the moisture of it pool to something?
Yeah, but yeah, true.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to poke holes.
No, it's fine.
I'm not.
No, that's what we're here for. We're here
Yeah.
to destroy dreams.
Okay.
I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
I think it would.
That's what tea with the boys is all about.
All right.
Nice.
Shattering each other's dreams. I don't have any. Even with being rich is like just carry on as I am. But like,
Literally everybody's got this grand plan. They're like, if I won the lottery, I would do this and I would buy a house here and and you're just like, yeah, I'd probably
back to uni
I'd
and learn
invest in
something.
some property and I'd go to school.
go to school. I am dumb as hell at the moment because like I fucked up my teen years. So I'd go back to school and right those wrongs.
when you plough your time into studying how a cannonball would fare in space.
Yeah, become a professor.
So in
physics.
between recording these podcasts, he legitimately said that he's gonna try figuring it out. So
And
I
that was
reckon
last week as well.
Last week.
Last
So
week.
like by next week, he'll have had 2 weeks to.
Yeah, the math is quite complicated. It's taking longer than I thought.
He's in PH.
Could you show us your workings up until now?
Oh, I didn't bring them with me.
Oh, no, it's on
Yeah.
a big chalkboard in your
Yeah.
house. Oh, man. You'll have to take a photo of it next
One of the
time.
ones you turn. Remember
Does
them
anybody
in
want to
school?
plug? Anyone want to plug their fucking Instagram or shit now? Does anybody want actual followers? It's not like you
Yeah.
probably
Fuck, I don't
you'll
even know my
you'll
Instagram.
probably get 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, that's an idea.
That's fine.
If anybody wants
actually, when I did the podcast with you, because you tagged my Twitter in it,
Yeah.
I actually got like 4 followers from that.
Did you?
Yeah.
See? Will
Oh.
Dillon was probably one of them.
Oh mate,
He's one of the boys. I like Will Dillon. I wouldn't mind getting him on here.
Yeah.
He's got a YouTube channel that reviews Transformer toys.
Oh, fuck,
Oh
I love
mate,
Transformers.
yeah.
Well,
That's legitimately
Yeah,
what
I've
he
got
does.
some qualms with Transformer toys.
Okay.
Um,
Will's the guy to speak to.
Okay, Will.
Check out your Twitter. You can have a chat
Right, basically, what is my Twitter?
at Eli_Humphreys 89.
Yeah, 89, is it?
I think
Mine
it might
is
be.
at Nath53651.
That awkward moment when you want your name, but like
It's just Eli
5,361
_Humphreys.
people at it. What is it?
Just Eli _ Humphreys.
Yeah, I'll stick them in the description anyway.
Anyway, right, Transformer toys. My son wanted a few for his birthday back in November.
Okay.
So I was like, right, if you skimp on Transformer toys, you know you're getting shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that shit is folding up right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I said, I said to my missus, you know what? I'll probably spend a little bit more just to get a bit of a better quality toy. So I saw some for $24.99. I thought, fuck it, they must be good. They're made by, what's the H? Hasbro.
Hasbro,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hasbro,
yeah,
Made
yeah.
by Hasbro. I thought, respectable
Decent.
brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Bought these toys. Can I do these toys, right? He opened them. What do I do? I was like, I'll just, no, I'm quite good
Hold
with
on.
DIY or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll suss it now. Daddy finished. Am I fuck? Right. Fuck off now.
Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, get out my face now while I try to, I'll snap this toy. And when I finally got into a car, it was the most pile of shit car I've ever seen in my life. Literally, if that passed me in the street, I could point that out as a Transformer. If I passed that in my car, I'd be like, Transformer.
Why is that Chevy
Transformer.
got feet?
Yeah, why is it legs dragging out the bottom of that car?
Did it pass you by that maybe you did it wrong then?
No, I didn't do it
If
wrong.
there was legs hanging
No.
at the back.
Ask my missus, right? I clicked her into place. Everything, they had like little, a little clip that side and a little hole to go in that side. It all went in perfect. When you tried to roll that, it wouldn't roll. So I was starting to jam the legs in, and my son was like, I want to turn. I was like, fuck, let me finish now.
You need to get onto Optimus Wilbur reviews. That's what you need to do.
Is that a channel, is it?
That's him. That's
Oh,
Will.
is it?
Yeah. I'll give him a shout out because he's like one of my. He's like the Tom Avis of.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So Tom Avis
Tom
was like my stalker in Angry Welshman, and like I didn't mind. Like I don't mind having the odd
It
stalker.
got a bit weird that time, though, didn't it?
There was a time when we hadn't shown our faces yet, and like nobody knew what we looked like. Really, it wasn't on
I
any
don't
of the
think it was even
socials.
last names either.
Yeah, I remember
And
hearing
then-
about
And then all of a sudden, I got pictures of all three of us sent to me by this Tom guy. Now, bearing in mind, he was about 11.
that. Yeah, he was a kid.
Oh,
12.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a youngster as fuck. And then I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, this isn't the way that you approach people. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then we ended up like, I let him on a couple of videos, and then I think he's quite tidy. Like, but
I could chat to him.
I didn't mind having a stalker.
Nah, he had a smart
Like, I'm not
system
saying
like
Will Dillon's a stalker. Will doesn't do shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
but he's just like a hardcore
that. What's his YouTube channel again?
Optimus Wilbur reviews.
I'll look that.
Everybody jump over. He's recently just got over 100 as well.
That's cool.
But like you can see him. I pop on every once in a while. Transformers doesn't do much for me. Like, but I pop over just
Yeah.
to do him a bit of support views on his videos and stuff. And you can see that he's just recently started to spend a little bit more money on the production, and I just think, it's quite cool.
Okay.
So yeah, Optimus Wilbur reviews, but he reviews Transformer toys.
It's cool watching a channel grow. You see them slowly get better at what they're
Yeah.
doing. It's like I like.
That's the thing with Shafe. I was like, I like a video of Shafe came up on my feed not too long ago, and I was like, fucking hell, look how much different he is there. Like when I met him, he had like this fucking super noodle haircut
Yeah.
on his head, and he was just doing impressions. Like he still does them now, but like I think he's moved on to like he's making money doing other things now. His Twitch channel's doing really well. But yeah, it's crazy seeing him grow. Like I met Di when he was already big, so it wasn't a thing then. Like I was like fanboying first. I was like, I was the Tommy of this probably, but I was like, the only reason I ended up thinking is because I could do something for him. I was like, he wanted to film Harlem Shake in the middle of Swansea. I was like, I can do that for you, and that's how we became friends. Like
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anything for you, sir.
I met him and I shit my pants. Because everyone expects this dorky, dweeby bloke, squeaky fucking Chinese man. He ain't like, is he? He's a fucking intimidating cunt.
I thought he was invisible because he's fucking never you.
Because he's never you. Hey, where's your diet?
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, I mean, my YouTube channel's coming along. Got up to like fucking 600 odd now.
Which one is this? Because you got
Bit
about
Boy,
50.
Yeah, well, Bit Boy's the main one. I don't do any others really.
Yeah.
Just
You're
taking
the same
just
guy
taking
as
the
him.
names.
Hmm?
Just taking the names.
Yeah.
Sell them on.
Yeah. So like, did you get any more subs? Because I plugged that as well. Did I?
I must have got a couple. I mean, I don't really check like
I was on 2.
who subs.
See, like this is my thing with people who like grow on these platforms. Is like I would try my best to take everybody with me. I don't see a reason why like I should be higher than everybody else. Do you know what I mean? Like if I could
started from the same spot.
if I could
so.
assist my friends, even if there's nothing in it for me, if I could assist my friends, say no, I had bloody blah subs. I had 50,000 subs, and you started a YouTube channel. I'd plug it straight away. Do you know what I mean? As long as it's not fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? Like as long as it's not like toilet paper reviews.
I'd watch
That's
it.
like-
I probably would.
That's
My
all,
fucking hoop is
That's
fucking.
a fucking niche, mate. That is.
Yeah. No, this is another thing, right? Because I was talking about this with Dave and you. Not Di. Never talk to Di anymore. Fucking recently, I'd say the last 6 months, I've been doing wipes of my ass,
Okay.
right? So I've been wiping my ass, and there's poo on there. So I wipe my ass again. There's the same amount of poo on there. Wipe my ass again. There's the same amount of poo on there, and it
Mate.
just doesn't go away.
Yeah, that's the.
It's fucking horrendous. Like if you're in work and you hear me in the bog, you hear that way too much because it's like it never shifts. It's like touching wet paint.
I mean, it's sometimes I suppose it happens, but it's only like when.
No, it happens all the time for me. And then my ass
It's
bleeds.
when you've got that like not hard shit. It's like semi-hard shit, and it's like it's still
Moosey.
Some still in
Moosey.
there, like, and you got to fucking rub. Fucking
I said
Like
that
set
tonight.
gelatin.
yeah.
I was in on the conversation and I said to you, like you and Dave, I said,
Yeah.
"What the fuck, like, guys, come on!" And I experienced it for the first time ever today.
When we were talking
only
about it.
after talking about it.
Yeah.
So
It's good, man. And you realise you're not the
the
only one.
curse, yeah, the curse has been moved. So tonight now,
I'm sure it's happened to me
like,
before.
fuck.
Yeah,
Shit.
but like it's frequent for me. It's so frequent that it's normal.
Especially that fucking savage paper in out. Like,
Oh yeah.
That paper is
I'll cut you
evil.
up. Yeah.
That is evil.
Shit's
If that was
abrasive,
if that was on a review, like a review show for toilet paper, that would be lowly reviewed. Like
This company clearly has contempt for its staff.
single play fucking
Yeah.
chalkboard. Not nice at all. But then, like, if you shit as much as I do as well, it takes a beat in. My asshole probably looks worse than your boyfriend's. Gay joke.
Nice.
Why did you say shush? Then? Is he going to watch? Is he?
I hope not.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
I
watch it
hope
on
not
TV,
as well.
and he
Huh?
said he's gonna watch it on TV when he get home.
Yeah,
Are you
not,
going to watch it with him, like a romantic?
no.
Let's watch. Let's watch The Notebook or the podcast I was
Get
just
back in
on.
your cage.
Yeah.
I want to watch a podcast.
It takes ages for him to get up anyway, so I'll
Yeah,
just,
no,
like,
just watch it when he's in bed. Like
Just mute it when you're moving.
anytime he's brought up. Well, we won't say his name, but yeah, anytime he's brought up, so, what? Shh, mute. Don't know what you're doing. Accidentally press space. Stop recording like a cunt.
That
wanna
didn't
get-
happen.
I just don't want to like
That never happened. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a fucking. I've been doing this for months, boys. This is a.
collapse the relationship.
Thing is, like I try to reinvent myself every like month. So like I went from like the original one was like serious topics, but with like the spice of mine and Di's sense of humor. That's how that went. And then I was like, some people really like just the serious stuff. So I was like, I'll do some solos things where it's just like I'll lay myself out. I'll say stuff really personal to myself. I fucking cried. I almost cried. It was like a
Yeah.
Bearing your soul, man. I like that. I liked your really long. Your first one was like a huge your relationship history one.
Yeah.
That was really good. I like.
that was the first one I ever did.
Yeah.
Months and months ago now. I still don't know if Kaz has seen that because like I was really careful in that one to say a lot that like maybe her opinion is different than mine. I was like, if Kaz was telling you this story, it may be different, but like what I remember is this is how it goes. So yeah, I did that, and then I did the one that made me cry about my Uncle Roger. So yeah, I did like. I tried the comedy stuff. People like that. I think like if they like the character, it doesn't matter what you're doing. So like I tried to keep it. I really wanted Di because he was easy to bounce off and he's intelligent as well. So you could have intelligent conversations and then have a bit of fun.
Mm.
And then I reinvented myself that I would do these really deep, dark ones. But then there's only so much you can talk about that because, like, okay, my uncle died. Like, he stopped me from killing myself. And then, okay, I finished with cars, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you just start making up stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
So I
many
was
bad-
on this ship.
Yeah.
And I shot a cannonball into
I was,
space.
I was, I was dueling with an enemy, and yeah, but like so, like that, and then I started doing the ones where I actually researched like topics. So I did the Christmas one, and then I did another one that I researched. What the fuck did I can't remember. I did really look into the origin of pizzas as well,
Oh.
Yeah.
and that was going to be an episode. And then obviously, like I was like, fuck, this is too much work. I did,
Having to research a
having to
topic,
do
yeah.
research is fuck. Like I'd rather just come in, chat with the boys. Like so, like this kind of like, I want people to be sat with us around a kitchen table while we're having a chat. Like I think that's like that would be quite cool. And then play Dungeons and Dragons if we do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to rob some ideas off other podcasts. Like
There's
just,
nothing wrong with that as long as
yeah,
you grow with
yeah. I'll just say like doing the fucking. Has anyone seen Hot Ones?
Yeah,
I was
have,
addicted to Hot Ones for ages.
Yeah.
I was watching it all the time. And then they got Gordon Ramsay on for this new season.
Yeah,
Has
that
anyone
was-
watched that?
yeah,
It was
that was a
fucking,
couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
wasn't it?
fucking
Tell me
great.
about that.
But I'd been watching it for ages, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I would do that on the podcast, just rip it off. But then, as long as you say this was inspired by Hot Ones, happy days, like, innit, Jimmy? Just don't be like, this is my idea.
Yeah.
Let's all eat hot wings
Even
from
if
like,
you,
Yeah.
even if you like take their whole formula verbatim, it's just going to be different because it's different people.
yeah.
Because you're going to bring a different.
You don't
vibe
want to
it.
sell it as your own idea anyway,
No.
though, do you? Like, you'd be like, as long as you nod, like, okay, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons because I listened to a podcast called Dungeons and Daddies, which is about that, and like hearing the way that they were just like spitballing the ideas, and like it obviously went in a different way that the DM thought that it would.
Yeah.
And it's like I fucking love that. I just think
Yeah.
like Yayan I think would be perfect for that shit.
Oh yeah.
If we could get him in to do like even one episode, even if it never gets finished, like I'd love to do that just for like
He's a
shits.
fireman. Is he still alive?
Yeah, no, I saw him in town on
Ah,
Monday.
cool.
Whoops. Yeah, so I'd love to do that. I literally listen to podcasts now more than I listen to music. So like I'm listening to Mission to Zix now. Has anyone heard of that one?
No, I don't really follow podcasts.
No, not me.
so
It's
you-
it's really good. Like do you know, you don't drive, so like it's different for you. But like I drive, I'm in the car for like an hour and a half every day.
Yeah.
So like this Mission to Zix is like it's an improvised sci-fi thing. So like they're like a space crew. Do you remember Space? What's that fucking what was that cartoon on Netflix? Something Space.
Final Space.
Final
Yeah.
Space. It's kind of that improved in a podcast. It's fucking really good. It's called Mission to Zix. ZYXX.
Yeah.
You should listen to it. It's really fun.
Like I liked radio shows when I was younger. Like just listening to like radio dramas. They were okay. So I probably won't be able to give it a watch, but I haven't for years.
Yeah. So like there's something about some like writing something and then performing it and then adding music and adding. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd love to, and like adding like Foley and sound effects and shit that I'd love to do as well. It's just about doing new shit all the time
Yeah.
and like shit that excites me. So like I did an album last year, and then I want to do this film this year. That's what I want to do. It excites
Yeah, you should
me.
do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I'm just like I'm this kind of jack of all trades, master of none. I'm not
Yeah. I'm exactly the same.
exceptional at anything. Like I'm a pretty good chef, but like I'm not exceptional at anything.
Yeah.
I just
as long
have,
as you're willing to give it a go.
I have a working knowledge of like if someone starts talking to me about making a beat, I got like a working knowledge of what they could say, but like I couldn't make a masterpiece. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like if someone starts talking to me about film, I've been around films a lot with my visual effects stuff, so like I know films enough to kind of make something okay probably. And I just think like creatively I reckon I got loads to do. So I want to make a film this year, a short film at least,
Yeah.
which we came up with for the idea the last podcast definitely.
Yeah, I don't think
Last
we
week.
Yeah.
said too much about it, or do we?
I don't think we did enough about it, no, because it was you
was
said
kept-
something, I said something, and then it was
That's
done.
it. I mean, Eli had like one idea, didn't he? What was
What was the idea?
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, you
devil.
said what was yours? The dev. Oh, the light. I think that'd be quite cool. The darkness coming.
And the more lazy tales, whatever, you can see the devil becoming him. Well, him becoming the devil, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
Be nice.
And we've got to think about like budget and shit.
Well, it would be no budget, wouldn't it? It would be
Yeah.
just get face masks.
The thing is, what's good about me and the people I know is I've got access to a lot of equipment that I don't have to pay for. Really, like I got pretty much any audio recording equipment that you need. I've got access to PCs that can do any VFX that I want, and the working knowledge of After Effects to do that. And then I've got my own camera. You've got two. Do you know what I mean? Like we could do a production now. I wouldn't do it in here because your fucking acoustics are shit. But like, yeah, I've got enough people that I know that could help me do something really cool. Like, that's what I would do. Or like, I would want to do like a visual effects short, like something really heavy in visual effects. I was fucking about like when I was tracking something onto a video the other day.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I won't go into that. I won't go into what I was doing, but I tracked something onto somebody very well in a short period of time. So I did that, and I was like, "Fuck, I missed this!" Like, and then I went home the other day, and I just literally I pretended that I had seen something. So like I ran out with my camera and shot up into the sky, and then I like added a spaceship with like shooting shit down at Earth and shit. And I was like, "Fuck, this looks good, man. I haven't done this for years." So like, yeah, I just love being creative. I think you're the same, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that you're creative? No.
I'd like to be.
Do you enjoy? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think everybody wants to be creative.
But like, I don't stick to anything. Like, I'm definitely worse than you in terms of like sticking to anything. Like, I'll have a cool idea, but by the time I've got home, I'm like. But like, if there's like a project or anything, and I could actually contribute to it, and like it would obviously there'd be people doing stuff, I'd be pressured into doing more. And then
that's literally what Dear Jim was.
Yeah.
I have never finished a verse so quick in all my life. Because it was you waiting on me, like Jimmy. It was like,
here's a date. You need it by now.
Well, it was mainly me waiting on you. No, you waiting on me.
Yeah, but I felt that because you were involved, I needed to deliver.
Okay.
So like, I pulled my fucking finger out. I wrote half of that verse driving home that day in the car. Do you remember? Because I sent you a Snapchat. I sent a Snapchat. You sent me the beat, and I drove home, and I got Dear Jim. I'm not the type to interrupt, but.
Yeah,
that's who I got something. I had like 6 bars, or six or 8 bars of a 16-bar fucking song ready written by the time I got home, and then I nailed the rest of it. And then I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna write "Blame the Dick" as well.
Yeah, no, that was
an awesome song.
That fucking flew out, mate. Like, considering that, like the flow on that is probably the best I've ever written. And I know it's about having a massive dick, but like it's the best flow I've ever written, and I wrote it quickly.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that I spent time writing wasn't as good. So I don't know. I if I went back to doing rap and stuff, I would do a comedy album next.
It's easier to do.
It's way easier.
You can just write about stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like with serious stuff, you got to think about it, and you got to think about how like the story goes along. But comedy is just
I
like
fucked mine up.
you can just say stupid shit like
I did.
I fucked your dad. I fucked your mum. I fucked your uncle. I fucked your son. Don't be sad. Don't cry. It was the best sex of his life. You just say some shit like that.
You've written that one, haven't you? You've recorded that one.
Yeah, there we go. I'll edit that now.
Yeah, so like,
job done.
I'd write a comedy album this time, if I was going to do one. But I'm not going to write another album at all ever. If I do an album now, it's going to be like a medley.
Yeah, I think I'm done with Little Stump anyway. I think I just wanted to get that one thing out, and that's it.
Mate.
I think, I'd like to do. The idea was that if I got Decade done and you got I Mean Business done, that we would do a Christmas special, Christmas song. So I wouldn't mind if life is still the way it is coming up to Christmas next year.
Yeah.
Doing a Christmas special with Little Stump and Fat D. I think that would be fucking great. Like, I'd love to do that. I like if someone else was involved, I'd do a collab any day. If someone said to me, "Oh, look, do you want to do a verse on a song?" I'd be like, "Yeah, fucking right." If all I had to do was record it and chuck it to somebody else, nicer on. If someone at the back would be like, "You can," I'd rather do the collabo stuff because one, it gives me pressure to do it, and I feel like I have to perform. I have to do better because it's on someone else's song. I don't want to be the shittest person on that song.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I have to put the lyrical fucking foot down, like motherfucker. I'd be like Eminem when he features on people's songs, he makes the song better. He's the better one. Like he's the one like they skip the first verse and go straight to Eminem. Like
I was gonna say that you just waited for him. You just like what was it when because Bob did a few songs with Eminem, didn't he?
B.O.B.
Yeah, and you just waiting. You wait for Bob to get through. Then it's Eminem. You're like, oh, that's a good song. And then even before the chorus, that's Bob again. Okay, next song.
That's what I did with Lil Wayne. I'm gonna. Oh fuck! What was it? No love. You get no love. Yeah. Fucking skip Lil Wayne. He's talking about fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And then Eminem drops, and I'm like, fucking goddamn, I'm on a bus with my dick out. Like, fuck off.
Put
I'm
it
never,
away.
never on a bus. I got 2
Yeah.
cars. Like, fuck off, you can. But yeah, so I think it's time for.
Oh, fuck. This has been going for an hour. I forgot what it was.
Spritz and Funkin'.
Spritz and Funkin'. Okay.
You're going to embarrass yourself.
I am going to embarrass myself. I'm trying to think of something funny.
Footage is about to go.
Yeah.
It's about to go.
One camera's gone off.
Oh,
This
mate.
camera's about to go.
I think that went
Oh,
off
it's
a
time to
while
go
ago.
in, boys. It's time to go in, boys.
Time to shine,
It's
yeah.
time to shine. Quick before it fucking finishes.
There you go.
Spritz and
It started
Funkin'.
again now.
Huh?
It stopped, but I've started it now. Whistle going, whistle rolling.
Oh,
All right,
okay, cool.
okay.
Fuck.
Mate, we're coming to an end. You don't have
Yeah.
to, like, this
I'm
doesn't have to be groundbreaking.
It's
I'm trying
Spritz
to
and
think of-
Funkin'.
It's funnier in my head, but I can't get the words out.
Go
now.
on. Close your eyes and see.
You gotta look at the
Look
camera
how
as
fucking
well.
look how awkward he is.
Yeah, I know.
Right, let's give.
Spritz and Funkin' for when you want to be aggressively German.
What the fuck was that?
See, funnier in my head, once again. Like, it's hard to force them out, see?
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Mate,
The fuck was that?
that's how people are going to remember you
terrible,
now
yeah,
for
I
another
know.
week.
Oh, Nathan,
Spritz and Funkin' nipple.
Just
Get your nipple out. Get your
Joe.
nipple out, for fuck's
This
sake.
is what they're here for.
It's getting subs, so we'll keep it going.
I'm usually good at off the cuff, but like on the spot with something I have to say. I'm
So you're
like,
not
oh,
good off the
fuck.
cuff then?
No.
I was expecting something really good then. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
fuck, this is
He's
gonna
like,
be
fuck,
well good.
he
like.
can't get it out. This is so funny that he literally cannot say it without
No, I
bursting
couldn't get it
into-
out because I was like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't
It's
make sense. I'm like,
aggressively German.
fuck. Yeah. And then I just pressed the last one. I'm like, no wait, that does. Oh, shit as well.
I'm not going to lie, he put some effort into the delivery.
Yeah.
Fair play. Like.
Yeah.
Spritz and Funkin' for when you want to be aggressively German. Oh, fuck. Anyway, thanks very much for
That's
your time, guys.
terrible.
We
Yeah, we established that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really appreciate the time that everybody actually puts into this. Whether it's people that take time to sit down and have a bit of a giggle with me, or the people that spend time in their lives taking it out to come and listen to my voice. So very much appreciated. I really hope that I'm coming close to 100 subs now, or if not past it, because time is all out of whack now. Because I'm speaking to a week in the future, but 2 weeks in the future.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, this would
hopefully.
be.
This will be a week Saturday, so yeah. So fingers crossed all the video went well and there was no fuck ups there. So there's going to be a cut in this one then as well.
There'll be a slight cut. It's only like half a second.
Oh, is there?
Literally, as soon as it stopped, I press play. The records.
Right, okay. So yeah, thanks very much for your time. We'll probably be back for the next time. We all seem to be down.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll have sorted out the setup a little bit better so that we don't need so much equipment around us and stuff. And hopefully whoever is in charge of fixing that fucking beeping has fixed that beeping.
That's been going on for years.
Fucking winding me up, man. Do you know now that you can hear it? It's fucking
Yeah.
winding me up something nasty like. But yeah. So thanks very much for your time, guys. We'll catch you next time. I nearly said Angry Welshman again then. We'll catch you next time on the Chat is Big and Fat. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Ta-ra.
Much love.